Hi, Karen Gray Parker here with your weekly Human Design Evolution Report. I want to start this week with an exploration of the nodes. The nodes set the tone and the direction, the plot outline, if you will, in the story of our collective and personal evolution. We have been, in the past few months, exploring the nodal themes brought to us by the Gate 5, the Gate of Consistency, and the Gate 35, the Gate of Experience. This nodal theme has been encouraging us to really look at our habits. Have our habits really been supporting us in fulfilling the full potential of what we want? And have our habits been giving us the ability to cultivate a foundation for building something new, for expanding upon what it is we really want with our lives? The nodes shift on Thursday, giving us a new nodal cycle that lasts until September. The nodes shift into the south node, highlighting the Gate 9, the Gate of Narrowing, north node highlighting the Gate 16, the Gate of Zest or Enthusiasm. This shifts our focus away from habits and puts our focus now on focus. We're looking at whether we are focusing on what we really want to be creating in our lives. We're asking ourselves, is there something going on in our life that might be distracting us from staying aligned with our focus so that we can better enhance our ability to create what we want in our lives? Focus is an incredibly creative energy. Where we put our energy and attention and focus is where we get growth and results. And when our focus is deep enough, strong enough, aligned enough, then it gives us that zest. It gives us enthusiasm. It gives us the ability to continue with our momentum, even if we don't always know what the next right step is going to be. It allows us to override, perhaps, any places where we feel inadequate or we think we're not prepared. Focus gives us the energy to continue to do the work necessary for us to keep building and moving forward, which is such a lovely theme to be working through as we go into the next creative cycle in the Human Design year, which will start in the beginning of May. That next creative cycle is all about doing the work of harvesting and tending to whatever seeds, whatever creative essences, whatever creative inspirations we've been planting since the beginning of the year. So our focus enhances our ability to grow what we want. It keeps us in alignment with the momentum that we're seeking. Now, the sun this week starts in the Gate 3, the Gate of Innovation, moving with this nodal shift into the Gate 27, the Gate of Accountability. This energy is inviting us to explore this final shift between habits and focus in the nodal themes. It's inviting us to explore, what do we want to grow upon? What do we want to innovate as we move forward with our lives? And it's also asking us, where do we need to perhaps hold ourselves accountable so that we can sustain and maintain our focus? So this 27 energy invites us to really ask, are there things going on, obligations, responsibilities that we think we have that maybe we need to release and let go? Are there codependent patterns that we might have with our life that might be causing us to get distracted from doing what we know we need to be doing for ourselves first, so that we ourselves can be more sustainable and ultimately so that we ourselves can have more to give to others? The earth grounds us this week, starting in the Gate 50. This is the Gate of Nurturing, again, bringing to us this theme of, are we nurturing others at cost to ourselves? Do we need to shift our focus back to nurturing ourselves? It moves on Thursday to the Gate 28, the Gate of Struggle, which actually causes us to start this whole journey into a focus on focus with the energy of adventure and exploration, and maybe a little bit of needing to test out whether we're really focused or not. Anytime we innovate, anytime we change, anytime we make change in our lives, it always has to be tested a little bit. We define that as struggle, and certainly it can feel like a struggle, but it's an essential struggle. Evolution has to struggle in order to test and prove whether the innovations we're moving forward with are actually worth the effort that we're going to put into them, so that we are not wasting our effort innovating with something that isn't going to be valuable, that isn't actually going to be helpful and expansive to ourselves and ultimately to the world. So we're exploring through these very complex gates with the sun and the earth. We're exploring whether perhaps We've been over-committed, we've been over-obligated, and being over-obligated and over-committed has perhaps distracted us from being focused on what we need to focus on for the sake of our own growth and expansion, so that through our own growth and expansion, we actually have more, not less, to give. We've been looking at, and we will be looking at this week, the role of guilt, that maybe our guilt has kept us from maintaining and sustaining our focus. We've been exploring where perhaps we need to push and test the outer boundaries and the outer limits of what we're innovating, and how perhaps we can experiment and explore more with what we want to innovate in our lives, so that we can deepen our mastery and deepen the fulfillment of our potential. And we're asking ourselves again on a deeper level, is there anything going on in our lives that might be keeping us from being aligned with a focused, a clear, a delineated and conscious perspective that keeps us building in our momentum, keeps us expanding and growing in the direction in which we want to grow. That's it for this week. I can't tell you how many things have been going on around me that have been distracting me from my focus. So hopefully that's not setting the tone for the week in my life. I hope your week is clear, focused, and that you really take some time this week to explore, is there anything going on in your environment, in your life, in your world right now that might be distracting you from what you really want to be creating in your life? Have a great week. Bye.